Good day, traders. Akil Stokes here, and welcome to another episode of the Trading Blog. Now, before you judge me and talk about me wearing the same attire as I did yesterday, I am recording this on the same day, so I'm pre-recording this Trading Blog. I want to put this out tomorrow, today, Friday, whatever. I want to put it out on Friday, but I actually have to head home to Philadelphia. My dad got into a bike accident last week, broke his collarbone, bone sticking out of his shoulder, so he's got surgery, and I got to go make sure he gets there and back safe. So I'm pre-recording this so I can get you a video this Friday. But as mentioned in yesterday's video, I want to talk today about 3 ways to use the Fibonacci tool. And what I'm going to do is show you some footage from Thursday's live trading session of really breaking down a trading opportunity using just the Fibonacci tool. So check it out. You have a 50% right now at the bottom of that zone. We can take an inversion from our last move. Swing low to swing high. I think we're going to get a 1618 right near the 618. Yeah, right around that level. So think about 44 even, 144 even is going to be a pretty decent level. That's a psychological number as well. Pretty decent first level to look for a potential selling opportunity. And actually, let me take a peek out here. We're not going to have 3D2 Fibonacci retracement, swing high to swing low. Ah, look at that, guys. All right, so a few things here. That's going to increase my interest on this level. So Fibonacci's have certainly been at work on this chart. Let's start from the beginning here, right? So we had a Fibonacci retracement, swing low to swing high. 50%. This is the level that Chris was talking about yesterday. With 50% being, we had a good conversation about Fibonacci's being reversal. And we talked about how, hey, by themselves, a single Fibonacci on its own, I don't think any one is a clear signal of reversal, but they're perfect clues that you can start putting together to build your case for entry, either with other fibs or structure as well. So we had our Fibonacci here. If we take an extension from our swing high to swing low here, we paired that with a 127 Fibonacci extension. This is all around a psychological number as well, 142, even handle, right? Psychological numbers. We then were able to take a Fibonacci extension tool and invert it, swing high to swing low backwards here, and we get a 1618 Fibonacci inversion, so 3 Fibonacci's at that level. We now go down, all right? We see a little bit of relief off of the falling wedge. And now I'm asking myself, where's the next opportunity to get short? And typically, you know, I would advise drawing this type of stuff on your chart, drawing these areas and say, well, I'm going to look for a retracement back into our previous area of consolidation. Now, that previous area of consolidation is pretty big, right? It moves from 145.50s all the way to 143.30s, right? So about about a 220 pip area, right? 220 pip kill zone. So you're like, well, or 200 pip kill zone, let's call it. So the question is, where in this kill zone would I have the opportunity to get short? And we can draw out the Fibonacci's once again. So we can take a big Fibonacci from our ultimate swing high here to our swing low. And we can look at that 382 Fibonacci retracement. Right in there. We can take a Fibonacci retracement from our most recent swing high to swing low, which is here. That's going to give us a 618. And then we could take our Fibonacci extension tool and invert it from our last downward move. And that's going to give us a 1618. You guys still with me? And that's a lot of fibs. That's why I want to walk through it again. Let me know if you're still with me. Tough crowd, yeah. I just want to make sure I don't. Sometimes I know I tend to go through things pretty fast because I'm conditioned to using all these things in the right way. So I'm like Fibonacci extension, blah, 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 inversion, blah, blah, blah. So sometimes when I do that to newer traders, it's really, really fast. And it's like, I have no idea what he said, but I don't want to say anything because I don't want to be that person. So I just want to make sure. That's why I tried to go back through it. I just want to make sure it makes sense and I can move slow enough. If I have any bad habits as a teacher, I have plenty of bad habits as a human. It's that I tend to talk pretty fast, and some of the words that I say don't make sense. They make sense in my head, but they don't always make their way out my mouth the right way. So just wanted to check in. All right, so this is the first zoning, and we have our psychological number in there as well. 144.0. This is the first level. I'd start to look for our trend continuation opportunity. Now, you can do something pretty cool here. If you guys have spent any time in Jason Graystone's room or watching any of his videos, which I certainly recommend, right? He's got a cool technique, which is very easy to determine if you're a trader that requires a 1-to-1 risk-reward ratio, where is the earliest that you can enter the trade, right? So you start off by identifying your stop loss. So let's say your stop loss is, this is a big trade, right? Let's say your stop loss is going to be right here. Let's say you're doing a 20 pip stop loss, or let's just say a stop loss right here at 146.73, because that's where my mouse is hovering right now, right? So, and Alan says, fast sometimes, not all the time. Yeah. Blame it on the range bars, guys. When you're a day trader, man, I'll tell you what, good moves don't last, right? So you gotta move fast. You gotta move fast. So I tend to talk pretty fast too, and usually my actions work quicker than my words. But let's say you're putting a stop loss right up here, right? Here's what you do. You can take your Fibonacci retracement tool, right? You can draw it from your stop loss all the way down to your projected targets. Let's just say you're planning on taking targets at a retest of the lows. Low, 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 low. All right? Flow rider. Take your Fibonacci retracement tool from your swing high to your swing low. You highlight that 50%, that middle area, and if you want to do, hey, if you want a 2-to-1 or a 3-to-1, you can add in certain level. You can use your Fibonacci tool just for a risk management tool as well. And you know that, well, you cannot enter anywhere below this line. So again, simple way to measure out 1-to-1 risk reward, which is I love this technique. I love this technique that Greystone uses. Very, very simple for these structured trades. If you're someone that requires a 1-to-1 risk reward, if you're someone that requires, a different one, you just add in different Fibonacci's, right? Instead of making a 50%, add in a 66%, right? If you're someone that requires a 2-to-1, I think I'm right there with my math, right? Would that be 66? Yeah, I want to leave out the other 6 for, I don't like those, 3 6s. Careful with that. But that will give you a 2-to-1 risk reward, I believe. Make my 8th grade math teacher proud. Come on, Akil. Make her proud. Come on, Miss Bellew. You're going to love me, Miss Bellew. I have the ability to trade the most aggressive and toughest markets in the world and somehow do basic math. Woo! Yeah. Winning. I'm a mathematic genius. Mathematics. Nice. So yeah, so pretty cool stuff right here. So anyway, start of my kill zone is going to be here at 144. Looking for trading opportunities. Now, I always get the question, especially you guys know me, but I get the question from a lot of the new traders that follow me, and they're like, well, Akil, so do I just enter right here? How do you enter? And you guys want to know the honest answer of how I enter? Right now? Live? All right, traders, so I hope you enjoyed today's video, and if you did, please show us by hitting that like button and subscribing by clicking the button right below. If you're looking for more educational content, feel free to head over to our tradingpower.com website, or also take a look and you'll see more videos available for you. Have a good one.